In 2026, the most valuable commodity on Earth isn't oil. It isn't even data. It's your hunger. Right now, inside a corporate monarchy in Denmark, a single molecule is rewriting the laws of global economics. This isn't just a medical breakthrough. It's a sovereign takeover. Think about it. A company so massive it dictates the interest rates of its home country, and a drug so powerful it's literally unwiring the human survival brain. You've seen the look, that sudden, razor-sharp transformation in everyone from Hollywood elites to the person living next door. It's called being medicated lean. But don't be fooled. You aren't looking at a miracle. You're looking at the greatest pivot in the history of capitalism. For a century, they were just a boring insulin company. Today, they're a trillion-dollar machine that hacked the biology of want. Welcome to the world of Novo Nordisk. Let's look past the needle and see how the rent on your appetite became the most profitable business on the planet. To understand how we got here, you have to understand the architecture of the company itself. Novo Nordisk doesn't answer to Wall Street in the way you'd expect. It's controlled by the Novo Nordisk Foundation through a dual-class share structure. It's effectively a non-profit monarchy. This structure acts as a fortress, shielding them from hostile takeovers and allowing them to play a very long, very patient game. They spent 90 years perfecting insulin before the 2017 FDA approval of Ozempic changed everything. By 2026, they've transitioned from a healthcare provider to a global economic superpower, with over 70% of their massive valuation tied directly to one franchise, Semaglutide. But why is the world addicted to the stock as much as the drug? Because of the hack. In nature, your body produces a hormone called GLP-1. It's the signal that tells your brain you're done eating. The problem is, your body kills that signal in about 2 minutes. Novo Nordisk engineered a version that resists the enzymes meant to destroy it, extending its life to a full 7 days. This is where it gets heavy. This molecule doesn't just sit in your stomach. It crosses the blood-brain barrier. It targets the hypothalamus and the hindbrain to silence what we now call food noise. That constant obsessive thought of the next meal? Gone. The dopamine reward you get from a sugar hit? Muted. By 2026, clinical trials like SELECT and FLOW have proven this isn't just about fitting into smaller genes. It's reducing heart disease by 20% and slowing down kidney failure. It's being prescribed as a longevity drug, and that's when the economics shifted from big to sovereign. We are now witnessing the Novo Effect. In 2025, the Danish economy grew by 2%. Without this one company, that growth would have been exactly zero. By April 2026, Novo's market cap has frequently surged past $650 billion. To put that in perspective, that's larger than the entire GDP of Denmark itself. This has forced the Danish central bank into a corner. Because Novo sells in US dollars but pays taxes in Danish krone, the massive influx of cash forced the bank to keep interest rates lower than the rest of Europe, just to keep their currency from exploding. One company is literally funding the expansion of the Danish rail system and the entire welfare state. But with that much power comes a global price war. For years, the story was the shortage. People couldn't get their hands on it. So Novo's parent company spent $16 billion to buy Catalent, one of the world's biggest manufacturers. In 2026, those massive plants in Italy, Belgium, and Indiana are finally at 100% capacity. The supply chain is a straight line from a Danish lab to an American pharmacy. And the US government is pushing back. Under the Inflation Reduction Act, Ozempic was moved to the top of the list for price negotiations. To avoid losing the US market, which accounts for 70% of their total profit, Novo Nordisk pulled the trigger on a massive 40 to 50% price cut earlier this year. They had to. Their only real rival, Eli Lilly, is breathing down their neck with Tirzepatide. But Novo is betting on the legacy play. They've locked in the insurance contracts, and they've just launched a high-dose oral pill that eliminates the need for needles entirely. If you can take a pill to stay medicated lean, the needle becomes a relic of the past. The social fallout of this is creating a new kind of class divide. In 2026, we have Ozempic inequality. Being thin is no longer a matter of discipline or willpower, it's a visible marker of wealth. If you have the $1,000 a month, you look the part. If you don't, you're left behind in the old world. Even the food giants have surrendered. Companies like Nestle have launched entire brands in 2026 specifically for people who only eat 800 calories a day. They aren't selling food anymore, They're selling companion nutrition for the medicated. And the hack is spreading. We're seeing a massive spike in off-label use for alcohol and smoking addiction. When you blunt the dopamine reward for food, you blunt it for everything else too. We are effectively rewiring the human reward system on a global scale. So, what are we really looking at? We're looking at a company that moved past medicine and into the realm of human biological engineering. They found a way to monetize the very instinct of survival. The visual economics of power tells us that whoever controls the need controls the world. Right now, a foundation in Denmark holds the keys to the world's cravings. The next time you see that medicated lean look, don't just think about a diet. Think about the trillion-dollar machine that's bypassed the stomach to talk directly to the brain. Because in 2026, the most powerful thing you can own isn't land or gold. It's the chemical signal that tells the world you finally won the war against your own biology. The Novo reality is here, and for the first time in history, the off switch for human desire has a price tag.